Hello and good afternoon. My name is SaveWithCrypto from the planet SaveWithCrypto, and the channel
Oh,
is called.
sorry to interrupt. I didn't realise it's a planet. That's pretty impressive. Anyway, sorry, carry on. Yeah.
I was just going to introduce that bloke there. Just ignore that person in the corner there.
The
Anyway,
intruder.
and I forgot how you put me off the stride now.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, from SaveWithCrypto, which is the name of this channel and the one you should be subscribed to if you're not already. SaveWithCrypto is also the home of Quadzilla, which is an amazing indicator that we're going to talk about in a little bit, and well, probably in about 30 seconds, actually, to be honest.
Roughly, yeah.
And I'm here today with Maff, who is the well, apparently you're the brains behind the outfit, and it's not me.
Good brains. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, so Maff is almost entirely responsible for making Quadzilla the amazing indicator that it is today. So hello, Maff.
Hello. Yeah, this is actually my cue to speak now, isn't it?
Kind
Not
of.
all the rude interruptions before. So apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not the Letterman show or wherever it is, or I don't know, whatever people watch these days.
Well, they all seem to be closing down, don't they? Or like fired, like in the States, all of these late night talk show hosts. Nobody watches them anymore, I think.
I must admit, I don't watch live telly. It's partly because I live in the UK and there's a thing here called the TV license, and which is ridiculous. You actually you actually pay to receive something that comes out of the air, which is really strange. And weirdly enough, I used to watch, terrestrial UK television when I lived in France via a satellite dish. And I didn't really think about anything about it really. And then I moved to England. Of course, they chase you quite a lot to get you to pay this license, and it's actually quite hard to convince them that I don't watch telly. So
proving that you don't do something is difficult.
Yeah, and and I actually the band I used to play in France, we used to do a song called "Guilty," and the singer used to say, "This is all about when I got put in prison for something I didn't do." Right now, I thought that was a brilliant cue for a joke, and I said, "What was that? Buy a TV license," and I and I thought that was really funny because you actually, you can go to prison for not doing something, which is like, and he never got it in all those years, all the time doing that song. He never ever got it,
Yeah.
You went, no, it was something much harder than that.
Until he did get contacted about not paying his TV license.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so I suppose buying insurance, I suppose, for your car, I suppose that's the same kind of thing. Anyway,
not paying your taxes, I guess. I mean,
there are
I suppose
there are quite a lot of things you can do. Anyway, but I didn't want to fund the BBC, the British Broadcasting Paedophile Corporation. So So I just stopped watching terrestrial telly, and I only watch YouTube now, and a bit of Netflix every now and again. And I must say, life is better like that because, I used to sort of organise my life around Coronation Street or something. and that's a terrible way to be, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it kind of is. So I just got a bit distracted. I know we're actually going to start talking about crypto in a minute.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
But I just saw a headline saying, or is it YouTube thing in the stream just saying Lucasfilm is officially bankrupt? But that was from 5 days ago. Was that a thing? Are they...
What, this Star Wars fella?
Yeah, Lucasfilm. Obviously, well, we should suggest Disney is, but I don't know. It's just a random headline. I don't know if it's actually true or not.
I don't know. Might be worth
vicious rumor on the internet.
Might be worth investigating. There might be some stock that's worth grabbing. I did actually make a few quid from the Amazon thing yesterday. I thought it was going to be better, but I basically when I realised the AWS was out, I bought some Amazon shares, and then I sold them last night just before the close, and I I made 100 and something quid, so that was all right. So I was quite happy. I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, also
when life hands you lemons and all that, just make some money from it.
well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was yeah. No, that is the sort of thing, like when my daughter screams, "Oh my God, Snapchat's not working!" I think,
Yeah.
there might be an opportunity there.
Yeah, ka-ching.
Yeah. Just going to look at some questions first of all, and not questions,
Sure.
comments if you like. CD Cherry Tree, I'm just going to say hello, even though you're probably not here. Saying you can't make the stream this morning. I'll give it a listen later. Yeah, thank you very much for that. CD Cherry Tree is great. He comments on everything, even when he's not there. It's brilliant. Anyway, very, very loyal follower and viewer. So yeah, be like CD. Subscribe to the channel, like all the videos, and get involved. Yeah, great. Nick, you're here as always. Brilliant. Hi there. Beer Baron, I'm not sure if I know you actually.
I think you may have joined the public Discord.
Oh,
at the
okay.
public level, either today or yesterday. I think.
Right.
If you're the person I think that I think you are.
Okay. I don't think you are, but what would I you're not Coin Baron, are you? Coin Baron for the CRO guy. If you are, I'd be well, I'm delighted anyway. But
Yeah.
if you are, that's yeah, we should talk, because I do want to do a bit of a collab with you, because you do lots of CRO stuff. If you're watching this, Coin Baron, which I don't think you are, but anyway. Maff, good morning. Oh, it's afternoon now. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a bit late on that one.
Firewatch 999, hello. That's all the old crew. Crypto J, hello. Right, so Beer Baron is saying, quick question. I came across Quadzilla because I wanted to build an indicator that further expands on John Kurisco's quad stochastic rotation strategy. Did y'all start John Kurisco? I'm aware of him. He has a YouTube channel called Day Trading Radio, and he indeed was the guy who came up with the idea of the four stochastics. The way he does it, if you watch any of his videos, he's got like four excuse me, he's got four separate stochastic oscillators, and he does look for what he calls the rotation, which is basically when they all kind of converge, and
yeah. And another thing that's different about his approach, I think, is because you've got kind of like the for each of the four stochastics, there are kind of two inputs into it, and one of them is the kind of the price average based on the range for the last however many bars, and the other one is kind of a derived, smoothed version of that same number, that same series. So what traders have traditionally done is kind of used that, and it's when those two actually cross over that indicates some meaningful event, like the price is turning, price is reversing. But he does it differently. He kind of uses the one number to get the other one, the derived number, but then just uses the derived one. That's kind of a key difference. Okay. But yeah, so I would say that Beer Baron, that now you don't need to do that, because you've got Quadzilla that already does it, and then builds on it still further with lots more stuff as well. But obviously, good luck with that anyway. If you do go ahead, obviously, John Kurisco's strategy is out there, and it's good.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, if you kind of study what he talks about, then it is good stuff. The way Quadzilla works, though, as Maff said, is we combine that with looking at a few other things as well, as well as giving you an idea of when the market is going to turn. Is going to go like become bullish or become bearish or whatever, or when the price is going to reverse. Right,
Is your breakfast settling okay?
I did need to turn that off, actually. But put me off now. Bloody bullfrogs. Let me just turn that off.
Sure.
Anyway, but Yeah, so we combine that with a few other things. So to basically give you these retracement levels, which I think now is the key point of Quadzilla, I think, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you went very silent when I said that.
Sorry, no, I was getting so distracted. It's
All right,
probably onset of ADD. I don't know, but I was also reading through the comments.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So the key thing about Quadzilla, I suppose, is that it very much builds on the quad stochastic rotation stuff, and so it just uses that for then further kind of live time series analysis and things based on other aspects, and just combines it. So you essentially get like so when you get a divergence between what the momentum band is telling you and from what the sort of EMA trends and a whole bunch of other things. I don't. It's not even trying to make it sound like it's particularly arcane or magical or anything, but the result is pretty good. We kind of see that in the in the percentage success rates of what it gets once it kind of combines all these different things.
Yeah, awesome. But yeah, Crypto Bash, hello there. Beer Baron, I just joined yesterday. Okay, cool. Kaz saying Quadzilla is much better though, as has lots of bells and whistles. Absolutely, and thank you for saying that. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna very briefly just have a look at something I was looking at, because I know you did a lovely update this morning in the Discord. You were talking about various parallel things. And meanwhile, I just sort of I was making a thumbnail for a video that I'll put out this afternoon, and I'd drawn this kind of this parallel channel here, just because I was just thinking, what is this coin doing? Bitcoin, and what happened on Monday, the 6th of October. Was that supposed to be the end of the world? It wasn't, was it? The end of the world was 13th, wasn't it?
Okay, well that's come and gone as well. In any case,
yeah, and we're still here. So
you'd think there'd be a huge relief pump or something after that. Just the sheer bullishness of the fact that we still exist.
Yeah,
the planet is still around.
Yeah, and we're on 1,000. I don't know, whatever the 4-year cycle is. We're past it now. So anyway, but I was just wondering if we could sort of come down this parallel channel for a bit. This, by the way, I'm not really a triangle-y type person, but I do like a parallel channel. This isn't a very good parallel channel either, because obviously that wick there was nonsense. But I was just wondering if we could come down like that and then break out. It
would be a very bullish sign for it to break.
It would, wouldn't it?
I wonder if it might bounce off the kind of the dashed halfway line.
The midline.
If it does that and then breaks out,
that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Even imminently, I think. From there.
Yeah. So. Well, yeah, 107 or whatever. I must say we've been banging on about this 108 level for quite a while now, haven't we? And and
it's
look at that.
it's insane, isn't it? It's just, it keeps coming back to that level. It's such an important level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be something, wouldn't it? I'm actually in a Solana trade at the moment, and so I just want a quick look at that, just for my own satisfaction. Now, what was I looking at? So I was looking at Solana. Oh, why haven't I got? Oh, it's because what have I done with my? I've removed all the indicators.
No,
I've got it twice.
You've got two now. Nice.
So twice as good, right? Now what I was looking at was this retracement here that we had a few days ago. Now I'm not actually long from there, but I was, and then I messed around with my trade a little bit, but then what I saw. Hang on, when was it? Hang on, when was I fiddling around? It was. I'm confused now. It was. What's the date today? It's
Doesn't really matter, does it? Just
21st today. Yeah. So yeah, it's about, yeah. So this morning anyway, sort of. I was looking at the price down here, and I really wanted to see one of these green backgrounds on the 1 hour, but it didn't really happen. But so I was thinking, there's got to be something. So I looked on the 12 hour, and I was thinking, oh yeah, okay, we're getting quite a few of these green backgrounds here. So round about here, I thought I'd go long, and so far I'm fairly happy. There was something that's bothering me though. What is it? It's the I don't know. It's when you look at things like the 10-minute time frame or what? No, not 10 minute. I don't know, seven or something. So something like that.
It's an oddball time frame.
Yeah, I quite like weird time frames, but yeah, and I was thinking, okay, well, we've got this thing starting to appear here, so maybe we're not, we're not quite out of the woods yet, but what I have been looking for is obviously the cross here of the 21 and 55 EMAs, which is just happened on the 7-minute time frame. So I'll be looking out for something like, I don't know, the 15-minute or something like that, and looking for them crossing. And if that happens, I think we should be good to go up to about there. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'd be interested to hear what you think about that. Anyway, Maff.
Yeah, I mean, just jumping back. If you jump back to the 7-minute again, just for a second.
Okay.
So, yeah, in the convergence band.
Did you just go just for the sake of it?
It's going to become my signature thing. Oh my god! I have to make a jingle out of that. So yeah, in the convergence band, so we've got the fast red stochastic, which crossed down below the weighted average, the white.
Yeah.
And that's virtually a mid-range cross. So that kind of suggests that there might be just a bit more. It's like the downside momentum is strengthening.
Okay.
So when that happens, it's rare that you actually see. In fact, to be honest, that has then curved round a bit. It looks like it's come around a bit, so that might be okay. But I was going to say it's rare that you kind of see then a quick recovery of that within the mid-range. It tends to then kind of drop down to the oversold area before it comes back up. But this might even be one of those rare cases. But I mean, if it does drop down, continue to drop down, that would tie in with it coming down to hit that bullish retracement level at whatever number that is, 185.
Yeah, kind of 184.4 or something. Yeah. There is that, but I always think though, if you've if on whatever time frame you're looking at, if you've seen something like like something fairly bullish like the yellow and green EMA's crossover, then that's a kind of that's a pretty powerful signal even on that time frame. So
there's a lot of divergence actually. I'd say maybe it's just kind of on that lower time frame that it's very much like it feels like one aspect of it is kind of pulling in one direction, the other part's pulling the other direction. So it's the sort of thing where I suppose you would go to a higher time frame, obviously, just to just get it. So on the shorter term time frame, it seems like it's just going to bounce around a bit, not particularly go anywhere. But higher time frame, that's going to give you a better idea, I think.
Well, actually, yeah. I mean, here on the one, yeah. Why is that?
You need to get rid of that second Quadzilla. Yeah.
Oh God, sorry, I didn't realize it was still there. Right. Right. Yeah, because this is actually done what it's supposed to do, isn't it? Because it's on the way down here. We got this bearish retracement level, and then it came down, went back up to it, and then it's pulled back a little bit. And this is the kind of thing we were talking about the other day, where it's almost like a cup and handle predictor. So there is that as well, So that I don't know. Yeah, maybe a little bit more down and then up again. I don't know.
Seems that way. I mean, it's been stepping down on there, but that could be a recovery, because it's not just doing like the bearish kind of bearish formation where it kind of drops down and then flags up like the bear flag.
Mm-hmm.
It looked initially like it was going to do that where it bottomed out, but then it's kind of done more of a thing where it's actually showing strength. So,
Right.
and the EMAs obviously are curving around, aren't they? So, yeah, that could well show like it might now start to step upwards. We hope.
Okay.
In a series of ranges.
Okay. So I've gone to the 1 minute there just because, just for degenerate reasons.
Sure.
So yeah. So here again, this is one of these bearish retracements. So here, what we'd expect is the price to go up there, then probably pull back a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Unless it comes down here.
That 184. The thing is, yeah, because I do keep falling into the trap of saying like, oh, that retracement level is all the way down there. It's just, don't worry about that one. And then the price just comes down to it anyway. It happens over and over.
I know. I'm actually just wondering if I should just like take profit on my trade and then actually look for that lower level.
It is at that kind of indecisive point at the moment, isn't it? It could go because so you're longing, I guess.
I'm longing, yeah. But my entry wasn't that good. It was it's only like 184.5,
Yeah.
So I'm very tempted just to close it with 5% profit and concentrate on that. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I should hand the screen over to you and then I can sort of ponder about it.
I mean, I was going to say actually because obviously just realise it's just on the 1 minute. So that retracement level, it isn't all that far down, really, is it? So that could
no, not at all.
And it would also complete that market structure, so that because there's where it started with the at the start of the retracement level, whatever that is, 1.8. Actually, yeah, about 184. So the first green candle, effectively. That's just going to create a sort of loop back down.
Yeah.
It might just bounce off that and then on up. But yeah. Oh, there's a few more comments from Beer Baron, I think.
Okay. Hang on. Let's have a look. Sorry, right. I was wondering. I am trading the quad rotation strategy now for quite some time with more or less success. However, it is so time consuming. Well, get Quadzilla.
Essentially.
Because I don't understand how to trade it on other than the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and maybe the 30 minute. I'm starting a new job in 10 days and will have less time to stare at screens all day. To be honest, that's where you can do stuff like you can look at it on the 1 hour time frame, look at these retracement levels, and if you do that with a little bit of basic TA, that we can talk about in the Discord, then that's going to be better for those kind of like more sort of like swing trades that you can do, and because I know what day trading radio, his stuff's all about sort of scalping on the 1 minute sort of thing, which I must admit he seems to be like extremely good at. But God, that's time.
It becomes so sort of intuitive, I think. So it becomes much less, I think, about the indicators once you're heavily into that, and you just kind of read, you read the chart intuitively. I think that. I mean, it's talk about degen. It's just like the absolute zoned-in maniac kind of trading approach, I think. Versus planning out a trade and executing it. What I would say though about the time-consuming aspect is Quadzilla does allow you to set some quite specific alerts, which are actually really helpful for exactly that sort of thing. So just like if a retracement level has been detected, if a red or green background shows up in the momentum oscillator, just and all sorts of different things along those lines. So it's pretty useful for that.
Right. I have got my screenshots here for some blatant shilling of.
May as well. We're in that mode at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah. Just because well, just because I want to sell some licenses, really. But it is cheap. This is what it works out. If you were to pay for the year, this is what it works out per month. So that's 60 quid if you're paying in the UK. If you want to, I can't do it where I just flick to the next image, but why can't I do that? Hang on a sec. Right.
And it's actually not much more, to be honest. It's still ridiculously cheap.
Oh, I did have the. So I'm not doing very well. Hang on. Right. If you're paying in euros, right? Okay, right. So that works out at 70 euros a month. So think what that is a week. It's hardly anything. If you can't make $20 a week in a trade, then probably you probably do need to get a job, really. But yeah, so there's that. And what else? Hang on. And then if you want to see that in dollars, this isn't very what do you call it? Very slick, is it? Me doing this, but
yeah, we need to work on the sales pattern.
Well, I need to
just the shifting from one screen to the next, for sure.
Yeah, and then I've got the dollar version here. So it works out at a strange value in dollars, but about essentially $80 a month sort of thing. So sure. $20 a week is what we're talking about, really. So it is super cheap, and if you want to do that, then go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ. Have you got anything you want to talk about and share your screen? And so
yeah, let's just have a look. Is this my screen? I'm sharing. Oh, here we go. That says remove. I thought I just added it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, good. So
actually, just let me just right, Crypto Bass say no screen sharing. Give us a minute.
Sorted.
Okay. Who do you think I am? No worries. Beer Baron saying, I need to join the premium Discord as soon as possible. Yeah, you do. First, have to get over with the move in the next few days. Oh, good luck with that. Very stressful. In the meantime, whenever I have free time, I am digging through the free Discord. Okay. If you want to be in the VIP Discord, you either get Quadzilla, which I'm sure you're going to sooner or later, or if you sign up to one of the exchanges that are in the list of links in the Discord or in this description of this thing down below, if you sign up to one of those exchanges, make a deposit, a reasonable deposit, and then do a trade, then we'll put you in the premium Discord. I will say at the moment with Bitunix, there is a bit of an offer going on. If you deposit, say like $1,000, you get $200 for free if you just deposit and then do a trade,
which is pretty bad. I mean, honestly, it's $200 for free essentially.
Yeah, and also if you can achieve like quite a big trading volume, it is like $2 million trading volume, but which isn't impossible, by the way. I've done it several times. If you can achieve that, you get another $200. If you achieve lower ones, you get like other benefits from like $10 upwards.
Yeah, so you can get it really quickly through just like opening a trade and closing it, and opening a trade and closing it, and just all of a sudden, it's amazing how quickly that stacks up.
Yeah. If you do like a big trade with like you could do some like put it 100x, right? Just have it open for like a few seconds, and if you think like if you're 100x leverage and you've got like $1,000 in there, okay, and you just open and close it, that's 100 grand's worth of trading volume, right? So do that 20 times, you've done 2 million.
Yeah.
And it probably, it's not good for your heartbeat and your blood pressure.
But if that's what you're essentially doing, like if you're there to be trading,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
in effect, it's like, so I know you'll have this job. I mean, I'm in a full-time job as well, so I'm just kind of fitting all of this in around that at the moment. Um, but yes, it's that. But then if it's essentially kind of the thing that you're doing is trading is your bread and butter, as it were, then you get,
yeah,
you just build it up very, very quickly. And even if not, then just like a couple of trades a day, also, and especially when you've got alerts set up to
yeah.
make it easier, then you do get there very quickly as well.
Absolutely. Cool. Right. Sorry. Right. What I was wondering,
Oh, we did. I think we did that one.
I've done that. That's all right. Okay. And
Yep.
right. Okay. I must say, that there was always a thing like when you move house, the first thing you do is unpack the kettle and make a cup of tea, isn't it? But I think these days it's probably like get the internet working.
Oh yeah. Start making money again. Yeah.
Can Quadzilla help me trade more and medium and high tie front? To be honest, you can look at the statistics of it and stuff, and it's actually it's just brilliant on all time frames. It's a matter of how good an entry do you want? Have you got the patience to wait? For a week for like a really good entry, or are you the sort of person that trades every day? But even doing the 1 minute scalping, you can do that as well. It's really good, honestly. It's great. I'm not just saying that because well, actually, no, I am saying that because we made it. But like, we initially made it because I found it really useful, and then you saw it and you kind of ran with it and made it into something even better. And then,
well, that was essentially the thing. I mean, when it was originally the quad rotation stochastic indicator, it's totally that. I was looking at it and finding it useful, but thinking like, oh, if only it did this or that. I was essentially writing or extending the indicator, but really kind of writing an indicator to make my life easier to allow me to trade.
yeah,
So it's born out of necessity in that sense.
yeah.
And to be honest, it really suits my trading style. And but on on the plus side, as you're saying, with the stats of it, it's just weirdly accurate. As kind of
Yeah,
surprised.
I don't know any other indicator that actually build the stats into the indicator because they're so damn confident about it. So
Yeah, should bring these up actually.
yes, please do.
Bring
And I know what you're saying about inventing your own indicator and stuff. I mean, obviously that would probably be based on that, but to be honest, I find the way that math works with this and the ideas it comes up with are so good that if I was paying for it, I'd be more than happy to sort of like pay $20 a week for like having his expertise on hand, and also having the Discord as well. And to be honest, you're well open as well. As if someone says, "Oh, it'd be good if it did that," and you kind of go, I mean, what that's happened in the past, and Matt has gone, okay, well, that's not quite the easiest thing to do in the world, but I've got an idea, and he'll come up with something even better, So that's kind of how it's grown. So to have that on hand for $20 a week is just amazing, So there you go. Sorry, I was bigging you up a little bit there, but I do mean it. Actually,
I was basking in the glow,
Not
really.
Beer Baron, sorry for spamming. No problem at all. YouTube's having restrictions on number of characters. Okay, but you're just one character. I can also use via trading.
Not anymore, unfortunately. But
no, we did stop that. Basically because we need to put food on the table.
The trouble was that people were kind of signing up and not even depositing money. They were getting the license, and so they set up a free affiliate trading account.
Yeah,
and then they would just abandon it and retain the Quadzilla license. So it obviously not everyone was doing that, but a fair number, unfortunately. But so just one of those things we kind of reluctantly switch to the paid model. But honestly, the paid model is amazing anyway. So.
Sorry, I kept talking over you. I mean, we haven't properly talked about it, but we did have the original idea that people who are like a serious trader using our links, who've got a decent trading volume, if that's working properly like that, then we probably can come to some sort of arrangement, but we're going to have to judge it on a one-by-one basis, which would be basically in the Discord. You'd actually say, look, I'm doing this amount. I've got a trading volume of 2 million a month or whatever. And I'm trading with big position sizes. And at that point, we might go, yeah, okay, you can have it for free, but we will have to judge that on a per thing basis. But to be honest, if you're trading that like that, you probably don't really care about paying $20 a week, do you?
It's true. Yeah.
So there's that. Can we have a look at gold? In a minute. Yeah.
so in fact, just again, lots of dishonest folks. Yeah, it's true. I think also, of course, it's probably maybe also just that there's an aspect of human nature, not so much in the dishonest sense, but I don't know that so somebody kind of set something. I don't know if they're necessarily still using Quadzilla. I'd imagine they probably would be, but there's like a sort of, I'm just trying to think of the word, but when you get kind of stuck in a particular mode, and so you think, okay, this is great, I've got this, and so that it's not necessarily in their immediate interest to to continue trade. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be defensive about humankind.
Okay,
but struggling.
There is one aspect I did think about it, Maff. Actually, I was thinking because we haven't got many people who are who've bought the annual license. We got a few, but and I was thinking, well, I wonder if that's because they think that we might get bored after a few months and stop doing it, and then it won't be supported or whatever like that. And I was thinking that's a real advantage now. There's like two of us, because when it was just me on my own, I didn't really have a product like that. But if I had done, and then something happens, like I get hit by a truck or something like that, or I don't know, I just become
or you just lose interest.
I just lose interest, or someone comes along and offers me a job for £1 million a month or something. If that was to happen, then I'd go off and that'd be the end of that. But the fact of us now, there's two of us. I mean, I don't think that would ever happen because if one of us couldn't do what we're doing for some reason, I'm sure the other one would take over and find somebody else who could fill in for the other person, sort of thing. So I think as far as like just the idea of buying a product that's just created by two blokes, I can see how people might be reluctant to do that, to pay for a year, but I don't think you need to be worried about that. And also, to be honest, you'd have the indicator anyway because that isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, it'd be persistent. I mean, in terms of updates, I mean, obviously, there are some pretty great updates on the way, but even as it stands, it's kind of game changing. I mean, so I was just going to show the stats. I think because Nick was asking, you can see gold. I thought it'd kind of kill two birds with one stone.
Okay, fair enough. I would just say to anyone commenting with comments like that, is math is really easy to distract.
That's true. And bright shiny object,
which is great because sometimes it goes off into like wonderful places. But if you've got something anyway, let's kill two birds with one stone. Although I think it's easier to put them in a net and hit them with a rock.
Thinking about the logistics of that. So gold on the 1 hour. Just maybe sort of combine this with these stats are for the retracement levels, which is this sort of thing. That's a bearish retracement level. Here's a bearish retracement level just starting, and in fact, that's a very long bullish retracement level. That's in its step 2 stage. This bearish retracement level completed its step 2 and now it's in its step 3 phase. So this one is expecting the price to come down at some point to that 4,024 level. That's probably going to be quite well. Again, I'm falling into the trap of saying like that's so far down there, that's not going to happen. But it is like, has gold hit its blow off top? Because obviously it's been absolutely pile driving into the sky, heading to just making direct course towards the moon, isn't it? Has it now just run out of its rocket fuel or whatever, and now it's coming back down? Could be. So in which case it well expected to drop down here. So the bearish retracement level, it's done the down, and it's doing the up, and now it's kind of on its way back down essentially. There's some for fans of gold or whatever. There's some hope there that if it comes down to this bullish retracement level, is because that's in the process of doing its up, down, and then up. So that paints something of a picture of how the gold market could work out here. Oh, there's another one. So it could well see that just sort of happening, that that completes, bounces down. So bouncing or coming down, retracing below there would complete that. You'd expect it to drop down some way, and then it'll drop down also below this level, come down, and then for the step 3 for that one, it'll kind of come back up again at some point. But that might just be kind of to there or something, and then down, depending what the bigger picture is, the overall market trend. But yeah, in terms of the stats, so for this kind of overall time frame that that this chart is plotting, is painted out 244 bearish retracement levels, and of those, 91.8% of them have been kind of correct. The price did retrace back to their kind of within the configured time number of bars. So in other words, within the correct price structure. And similarly, 90% for the bullish ones. It's very similar. And then of the step 2s that completed, then for the step 3 bit, which here would be that, 96.8% of them also completed that successfully. So that is kind of above average, I'd say, for industry indicators. Normally, if there's something around about 60%, that would be marked as like, hey, this is pretty accurate. We can trade with this. Yeah. But when you've got numbers that are in the 90% plus kind of levels, that you can trade very, very confidently and consistently with that. So yeah, I mean, I was just looking at the oops, go back to this one. Let's bring that up. So I mean, on Bitcoin, step 2 is even higher. It's actually 94% to complete the step 2, like this sort of thing. As you can see, it's. I mean, this was, when was that? That was back on Friday. The big drop. We can see that that was actually predicted really nicely. It took a lot of people by surprise. To be honest, it took me by surprise because I wasn't really just watching the charts at that point and just kind of believing what I was seeing and so on. But the information is right here. So Quadzilla kind of showed up this bearish retracement level, saying the price is going to come up to here, and then it's going to drop down. In fact, this is what took everyone by surprise. I think was just the extent that it dropped down. But if you had followed what the indicator is telling you and opened a short just there, which is kind of the idea, that would have been like, virtually like the short of a not lifetime, the short of the month. I don't know.
Actually,
some lengthy period.
Actually, there's something I did after that. As I've set an alert for when you get the super down indicator on the 12 minute time frame, and I've called it it's just for Bitcoin, and I just call it dump incoming, right? And it's actually worked quite well, actually.
The
So,
12-minute.
do you want a quick look at the 12-minute?
Sure.
I'm literally just looking for the. Hang on, have I got that right? Hang on, I might be talking rubbish.
This is on the index chart.
Oh, hang on, no, sorry, not super down. I was looking for the red background. Looking for the red background on the 12-minute, which actually doesn't happen that often, does it?
No. I mean, there are a few here. I've got the highlighting the mid-range cross switched on because I do find that useful, but I'll just switch that off for a moment. So that the red and green backgrounds are purely about when the price has gone, or sorry, when the momentum has gone up into either overbought or oversold and come around.
I just realised though, I was looking at the mid-range cross one actually.
Oh, okay.
Which worked very well.
Nice. Okay. So the mid-range cross is much more about confirmation. So obviously, if the momentum kind of is mid-range at that point, then it's just a confirmation that things are continuing strongly in that direction. Really.
Yeah.
You're going to see some more downside or some more upside. This retracement level worked out really nicely because that was kind of saying that the price is going to go, well, it's detected here where the arrowhead is, so it's kind of saying price is going to go up way above this, it's going to come down and drop below, but it's going to retrace and kind of come back up and work its way back up above. So in this case, so on the 12-minute, obviously the price wicked there, so that could be the end of that. But we do tend to find that these continue to be kind of important support or resistance levels. So if I was to ray that out from there, then it's brought all my drawings back. So on this one, you can kind of see, so the price is probably still treating that as a significant level. So it's going to, and also because in this case, it happens to have drawn this in where there is liquidity, that's kind of order volume that's built up there. So that whole range just there, kind of is significant. But you get the confirmation of that with the retracement level. So it might kind of come above that and then just bounce a bit and hopefully on up. And then that'll be the actual up that this was maybe thinking of. And of course it's, because it needs to then get up to this retracement level. And again, we're confident that more than 9 times out of 10 that happens. So you've got this kind of level you can expect the price to reach. So in this case, it's done the down, it's going to come up, might expect some down, so it might S-curve its way on up, and then on up, but it'll have a bit of a wobbly when it gets to this level before heading back up.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Bitcoin just does appear to be going up a little bit as we speak, and so does Solana. I'm pleased to say.
That's kind of nice. In fact, that is, so you mean that is coming up to that level now. Just go on, Bitcoin, go on, get above that level, and then keep on going up. So Solana, should we have a quick look?
Yeah, please do. Yeah. I was so tempted to take profit, and I didn't. So that's good.
Sure. So stats are also pretty darn good for Solana. It's actually well worth using these while you're trading, because you can actually use them to get the measure of a particular chart, particular time frame, and also if you're changing the settings within here around the retracement levels, then you kind of see exactly how those settings affect the accuracy. And it's obviously live, so it's very, very useful for that. I'll just switch them off for now, though, because they maybe distract me a bit. Oh, not clicked the wrong one even. That one. And should put the, if I can find it, the mid-range cross back on. Okay, so yeah, Solana 12 minutes is looking good. So you're still in your long at the moment, is that right?
I am. Yeah. I'm 8.8% in profit. That's nice.
Yes.
$114. That's good.
Okay. So where is your entry level?
It's at 184.5.
Okay.
It's not brilliant. It could have been better. It was better this morning, and then I had to pop out, and I thought I'd close it and then re-enter, and then so I closed it and then went back in, and my entry wasn't quite as good as it would have been if I'd have just left it alone.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to draw this in roughly, but I'll do. So is your entry level. Yeah, just what is it? Where is it currently? Yeah, say 1.19, 1.2% ish. What's your leverage on it?
I am actually on 10x with that.
Okay. So,
don't try this at home.
Well, not on Solana anyway.
Not Solana, no. 10x is 10x is pretty high.
Yeah, so it should be. I mean, it's still tidy trade as long as it stays. And I guess you've presumably moved up the stop loss into.
It is. Yeah, stop loss is at 185.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, in terms of the EMAs, that's looking overall bullish. So we've already had the faster 9 EMA cross above the 20. Yeah, the 21. Is that the 21? Yeah, 9 crossed above the 21, and the 21 is now converging towards the slowest one, the 55. So that, as long as that keeps going, this one just crossed above that, because it's kind of. I mean, I'd say it's racing up at the moment. This has got to pause for breath somewhere, and it looks like it might do that. Can we just draw on there?
Well, depending on which
on that area.
Yeah, I mean, I've got various time frames I'm looking at, but say like on the 10-minute, there's bearish retracements at like 190 and 192. So I'm expecting some sort of just literally what you've drawn there. Really, I'm expecting a bit of resistance at those levels, but
we'll see. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of working its way through that. It's hardly blinked, hardly paused for breath or whatever.
Yeah.
So that level there might then just become kind of thinking. Yeah. What were you saying? What level were you saying just then?
Oh, on the 10-minute, showing bearish retracement at it's basically 189.7 and then 191.7.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's all.
I don't think
it's actually pretty much where you'd expect it to be, really.
Yeah, sure. Yes, I mean that's. I'd say that's probably a bit of a resistance area there, just the top of that range, maybe. So, and in fact, it has bounced off it as well. But it might trundle along a bit, and then just as long as it can break above that, it might do that then as it gets up to this level. But that's a tad ominous, isn't it? The 184.
Yeah, and we are like 90 minutes from New York Open as well. So
yeah, true. That's always a bit of a dodgy time to have a
position. It is. But having said that, I don't know.
If it goes the right way.
If it goes the right way, it can be quite good fun, actually. Because you can.
Well, yeah, coin flip really for the US Open. It's just, well, I don't know.
I always like it if you're in a like a position of strength. So you're in a trade that's already in profit, and it's coming up to New York Open, and at that point I've usually got my stop loss pretty damn close to where we are, and I'm just thinking like it's going to go one way or the other. And if it goes your direction, you can make lovely money. If it doesn't, you just take your profit and wait for the next trade, really.
Yeah. For sure. Let's look at some of these. Look at the way these are just played out. That's amazing. Yeah, that's kind of lovely. That one played out nicely. So down, up, down. This one is kind of pinpoint that one as well, to be honest. Just up, down, up.
I am actually enjoying trading Solana, actually. As a couple of reasons. One is it does seem to work really well with Quadzilla, and secondly, it's got numbers that I can sort of remember. Like you kind of, in your mind, like sort of like, 200 is good, 180 not so good, Whereas in Bitcoin now, you're kind of trying to remember like a 6-figure number, and it's like it's just too big. Also, I think Solana has the potential to go up to like much more. Its all-time high was 400 and whatever. So if we're only at 180 now, to me it has a lot more potential to go up. Whereas I don't think Bitcoin's going to double from here, is it?
For sure. So if you can actually catch that wave, when it heads on it, the talk about the super up signal, which we were earlier. So here on the 4 hour, that kind of caught that move really, really nicely. It gave advance warning that that there's going to be a lot of upside from here. So they don't show up all that often, but when they do, it really is worth paying attention to them.
Absolutely.
Especially because this bearish retracement had just kind of finished, or just was in fact finishing its thing right at the same moment, pretty much. So, in fact, that it looks like that played out on that candle, kind of wick down. But this would have been playing out as well, so that would give you the indication that the price would first want to kind of come down and at least touch this line before it reverses. And that's exactly kind of what happens. So this is what I mean about using all of the different parts of Quadzilla, because they're intended to complement each other in that sense. So like if you get a signal for one part of it, you check the other bits to make sure it's all lined up. And then sure enough this, and then at this point you still know, just from everything it's telling you really, that that things are on the turn. Just then, sure enough, you get the super move up. And so obviously just looking out for something similar to happen now. I mean, this is crossed bullish there for that kind of move. Hence the faint red background for the mid-range cross. But coming round, and if it can do that convincingly before it gets down to oversold, that's always a very good sign. It might mean that you potentially kind of missed the long. It might have been like waiting for it to come down here, but obviously if you're already in an open position, you kind of can see that as confirmation that, oh well, at least this might carry me on up now, as long as that does come around some more. So and this also on the 4 hour, it's got that kind of 194, 194.66. That, and of course this one up here in its step 3, just waiting for the price to come up and zoom on past really. So that's Solana. I've probably going to wrap up there, I think. So
okay, well that's absolutely fine actually, because I've got to. Well, I've actually been selling some of my old records on eBay, and there's a guy who said, "Oh, I don't live that far from you, and I'll collect it in person." Then he started saying, "Which bus comes up your way?" And I was like, "Oh God,
hang on."
and then he said he was going to be in town today, and I said, "Look, I'll just cycle down and I'll meet you." And anyway, and then I looked at his order, and he's basically bought this like Patti Smith 12-inch single that like he's paid £2 for it, And
really working hard for your £2 there.
Yeah. And there was a guy yesterday who he bought an album from me. I mean, it's quite a weird album. It's by a band called Stump, who quite a weird band in the 80s, and he was like. I paid for this on the nose like 10 days ago, and it's still not arrived. And I was like, well, I put it in the every locker on the day you paid for it, and here's the tracking code, And then he sort of wrote back and said, it's your responsibility as a seller to make sure that your customers are looked after, and you should have dug in more and found out what was going on and what the problem was. I'm not very happy. I'm asking for a refund. And I was thinking, well, yeah, fair enough, And I looked at what he bought, and he paid £3 for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I mean, anyway, but it is working out. Some albums I've sold for quite a bit. I sold Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. I sold that for like £30 last week, and that was quite a good one. Anyway. And,
yeah, it's I suppose like all of these albums, I suppose either your musical taste has moved on from that, or you just kind of got all of those on Spotify anyway. So then it's just like the physical ownership of the record. I mean, that is an important thing, but
yeah,
that damn do they take up space,
Well, they do, and realistically, it's an LP collection that I had when I lived in England back in the 90s, and then I've taken to France. I've played a few, and then I brought it all back to England, and I was thinking, like, why am I doing this? And I just don't play the stuff, and so I thought I'd certainly sell all the stuff that I'm never ever going to listen to ever again. So that's the task I'm doing at the moment. I quite enjoyed doing it actually, and but it's but anyway, it's an interesting.
It's nice to have a hobby that pays in that sense.
Well, yeah, because it's quite enjoying the actual eBay process. Anyway, but I did say to the guy, I'll go and meet him at 1:30, so I was going to cycle off into town and do that. And brilliant. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed that interlude there. Something else I was going to say actually, but I don't know. I better not keep you any longer because
keep it for tomorrow. Like keep everyone in suspense for tomorrow. What was the thing going to be?
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for coming along. Beer Baron. Just sign up to one of the exchanges. Sign up to Bitunix. Put £1,000 in it. Get $200. And we'll see you in the VIP Discord. And
the nice thing, of course, just to add to that, you can then trade that $200 essentially risk free.
Yeah,
in that sense, it's pretty amazing from that point of view.
Yeah, and I believe the way it's working with Bitunix is if you do the deposit, then you get paid on Thursday. And I don't know if this Thursday is too soon, but if it's probably not this Thursday, it's probably next Thursday. I don't know. So yeah. But anyway, all the links for that are in the description down below. And right, I'm going to go while I'm talking rubbish. And but thank you everyone for coming along. Thank you, Maff, too, for your awesome wisdom. Thank you very much as well for providing the TA in the Discord this morning. That was awesome. It's kind of working out.
Yeah, looks that way. Yeah,
it's really good. And
trying to do that like a daily thing, really, just to
I do look forward to it now. Actually, I think, what's Maff thinking today? And like, I know I should do some stuff myself, but
well, yeah.
But what do you mean?
Ideally,
I know, but you're better than me. It's like I don't know.
Rubbish. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You seem to understand. Well, you understand Quadzilla better than me, but not that it's tricky to understand. But anyway,
I actually really look forward to the TA that the other traders in the Discord put in as well.
Yeah,
because I actually learned quite a lot from that stuff as well, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. Right, I'm gonna go. Right, I've got to cycle off into town. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Please do give the stream a like. Very, very important. And see you all tomorrow. I've got a video I'm going to put out this afternoon. It's another one of my what happens when you change the leverage in the middle of a trade. This one is about Blofin. So, I'll publish that sometime this afternoon. And see you all on the Discord. And otherwise, see you all tomorrow. All right, take care, everyone. I've got to go. Bye. Oh, hang on. So it's good night. No, so it's goodbye. Yeah. So it's goodbye from me and
the other thing. I got to figure something out for that. but
All right.
I'll get back to you.
Right, that was Maff saying goodbye. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.
Cheers.